Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar. I'm Shannon Sommerville here with Tyler Wiemann, ready to break down today's Mondo slate of games. 14 games on the deck for daily fantasy.
Big boy.
Yes, big boy slate. Big girl slate too.
Big girl slate, big boy slate.
So we'll get into some daily fantasy plays for you today. We also have your prop bets and our home run calls for today. You know what today is, Tyler? It is not only Taco Tuesday, not only is it Shohei Ohtani Day and Coltrane Day, but it is also National Book Lovers Day. So, with that being said, the question I pose to you is on the On Deck podcast.
Gosh.
Is there a favorite baseball book or sports book in general? I'll open it up to that. Can be fiction, nonfiction. We're just celebrating our love of books today.
I mean, as far as book-wise, I don't know if I've actually even read a baseball book.
You haven't?
I don't think so.
Not even nonfiction or anything?
I mean, maybe as a kid.
What's your favorite genre of books?
Gosh.
Shall we circle back to you?
We
Let's
might
talk
have
about
to circle back to me. It's been a while that I've read a book for fun.
Yes. Well, if you're not like me, I'm in a book club.
I'm not in a book club, you know.
I read a lot of very...
Shout out to your book club.
Yeah, my book club... Yeah, we read very highbrow literature, let me tell you.
Oh,
And being
only
incredibly
the best.
facetious.
Only the best for you.
Yes, our thriller. It's mostly thrillers and romance novels. Don't judge me out there, people. Okay,
Yeah.
but my favorite baseball book probably is... Actually, probably one we have. Oh, Shoeless Joe. That's basically Field of Dreams.
Moneyball was the only one that I was really thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't read the full book. I just watched the movie.
You're just straight to the movie guy.
I just went straight to the movie with that one.
Sometimes the books...
I used to read a lot when I was traveling, but I haven't...
You're just
haven't done it a lot
You only have
lately.
time for the movie version.
I mean, I don't have time for much these days.
Yeah.
The toddler will do that to you.
Exactly. All right, so let's get to some MLB storylines for today. Oh, man. The saga of Chris Sale this season.
Oh,
More
poor
like
guy.
the tragedy of
Poor
his
guy.
season. Yeah. Feel for him. He fractured his wrist on a bicycle accident.
What do you think he was really doing? You think he had another tantrum?
Yeah. That's a high possibility, and he just said it was some kind of bike accident. I don't know. Regardless, he had to have season-ending surgery on his wrist. So amid a fractured rib cage, he also got hit with a comebacker, broke his pinky. He only threw 5 2/3 innings.
Yep, he's in the twilight of his career. It's a tough one.
It's really sad.
Tough one to go out like that.
So we hope he gets better and rebound next year, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Could happen.
Possibly.
For today, we've got a Cole Castillo rematch. Looking forward to that on deck for today. We've also got Shohei Ohtani. It's always a holiday when he's on the
Guy
mound.
is incredible.
Facing the A's today with 75 strikeouts in his last 7 starts. Although he was slacking last game, only 7. I mean, come on.
I saw that over his last 5 starts, his K rate is 40-something%. It's insane.
That's so insane.
It's Jacob deGrom levels.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edwin Diaz levels. Do I need to do the song?
I've
trumpet?
heard it on repeat enough
I know.
yesterday. I don't need
I did
to.
have it on repeat.
I don't need to go
feel
back.
for everyone in the office. I have to listen to it until I'm absolutely sick of it. That's just the way I roll.
Hopefully you'll be sick of it soon.
Let's talk about Vladdy Guerrero because he's on a 19-game hitting streak. 1069 OPS in that span. Love to see Vladdy Daddy hitting his stride in August here. A few weather notes to get to today before we get into today's slate. We've got some storms in the Northeast, so pay attention, everybody. Toronto at Baltimore, you got a 36% chance of rain there. Miami at Philadelphia, 46% chance of some rain. Cincinnati at Mets, 59% chance of rain. And Atlanta at Boston, 35% chance of storms, possibly early. So this one could be completely fine. Washington at Cubs, you got winds coming in, kind of like yesterday, maybe not as strong, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds in, but not going to be as hitter friendly. And then St. Louis at Colorado, 88 degrees. Nice warm temperatures at Coors Field. Wind is right to left, 8 miles an hour there. And the Twins at Dodgers, 78 degrees and a nice 10 mile an hour wind out to center. So that's your weather for today. If you are watching us on YouTube right now, be sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel. Keep up with all the latest video content that we're coming out with. We've got football stuff coming out this season. That's going to be kicking into high gear. And no, we're not going to talk about the Jets and Mekhi Becton out.
Oh, gosh. You had a rough day today. Yesterday.
And Matt Carpenter.
And Carpenter.
Ugh,
it hurts.
It really does. It's painful. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what your favorite baseball book is, or just book in general.
I felt like your energy drop right there when you were talking about it.
It did. That's why I had to change the subject.
You're like, ugh.
All right. So let's change the subject once again so that I don't
got to bring that back up.
My emotions.
I'll bring you back up.
All right. Let's get to our chalk report for today. We're going to first talk about some pitchers in our daily fantasy slate for today, and we're going to go with our high-owned first. Take a look at where the field is headed for today, and they are going to Guardians righty Shane Bieber at Tigers today. 41% owned on DraftKings, 39% owned on FanDuel. He's got a 3.39 ERA, 2.37 opponent average. He's solid. Last time versus Detroit, though, he did get hit for 5 earned runs in 5 2/3. But when you look at this Tigers team, man, they are anemic at the plate.
Especially versus a righty. And Bieber looks good again because of that. You know, we have our DFS workflow process where we go, who is pitching against the Tigers? Is it a righty? Yes, play said pitcher. So, and today you have a stud in Shane Bieber. So all things look good for him. 5-star alert rating for LineStar, 26% combined K rate. And he has a great track record versus the Tigers, so I'm not going to try and talk you off of it.
Tigers dead last versus right-handed.
Really the only reason you'd want to get off of him is just trying to get different.
But we got Beaver fever today.
Bieber fever.
Yankees righty Garrett Cole's on the mound today. The Cole train coming through. They're at the Mariners, 38 degrees. 38% owned on DraftKings. 21% owned on FanDuel, 3.56 ERA, 2.12 opponent average. Last game versus the Mariners, though, he did get shelled. 6 runs, including 3 home runs in the loss. Now, the Mariners, they really haven't been that good.
No.
And especially since the All-Star break.
They were against Cole, though.
Hand around in there. Twisting the knife when I'm kicking me when I'm down.
I know. And I said I'd bring you up, too.
It's okay. At least the Yankees snapped their losing streak.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the Padres have lost 5 in a row. Just saying. So,
wow.
So
all punches are being pulled today, huh? So Garrett Cole today, 3.5 LineStar alert score, 28% combined K rate, which is a little bit higher than Bieber, so take that into account. But it does come with more risks. Seattle just hit Cole very hard last week. Numbers versus him in general aren't the best, but Seattle's a decent offense. So if you're going to pick between these two, Bieber definitely has the easier path to succeed. Cole, however, may have a little more upside in the K department.
And you've mentioned before on the show the Mariners do well at home, right?
Yeah. And that's came down a little bit. They started the season at home absolutely on fire, and that held for a few months. But it is a pitcher-friendly park, and that has slowly taken a little more hold.
All right, so those are our high-owned guys for today. Let's take a look now at our low-owned pitchers on the slate today. Wait, what? Angels Shohei Ohtani is low-owned? He's at the A's today. Kinda.
Yeah.
28% on DraftKings, 12% on FanDuel.
He's low-owned on FanDuel.
Do you expect that to go up?
I would, and I mean, if it stayed like this, I would be
all over it.
All over it, yeah. Shohei is by far the most upside on the slate, 33% combined K rate. Oakland versus righties, you could do another flow chart for them. They have been a little bit better, but it's a spot we've been picking on him all season long.
29th versus right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I mean, Jose Suarez had a great game against them yesterday, and he's no Shohei.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to like the spot. You got to love these ownership numbers if they hold. Doubt they will. I would assume they come up a little bit just on upside alone.
Yeah.
So.
Now, Shohei admitted, hey, it's hard to stay motivated on a losing team. But here's an unmotivated Shohei Ohtani. Ranks 6th. His K/9 ranks 6th among pitchers who've thrown at least 40 innings. He had 7 strikeouts last game.
Yeah.
Previous 6 had double-digit strikeouts. I think he hits double digits
Yeah,
today.
I don't think you got to worry about him too much.
How about Phillies righty Zach Wheeler going up against the Marlins? 24% owned on DraftKings, 8% on FanDuel. Man, his numbers look good. 2.69 ERA, 2.18 opponent average. He had a great outing against the Braves. Held them to just 1 earned run in 7 with 7 strikeouts and the dub. And Phillies, how about the Phillies? They've won 10 of 11. They've been kind of hot. Miami is not great. So, especially they're now kind of calling up a lot of younger players.
Yeah.
So.
And Wheeler's averaging almost 30% more fantasy points at home. 2.9 FIP, 23% combined K rate. Now, the combined K rate is really why he doesn't have more ownership. The guys that are higher owned all have, 3% plus more K upside there. But 3.3 implied totals, super low. The only downside I see here is that Miami has actually done pretty well versus Wheeler. 52 plate attempts. They're hitting 320 with 3 home runs and a 220 ISO. So that doesn't really worry me too much. I would still be all over Wheeler. Love that ownership. Love the upside, especially on FanDuel at 8%.
Yeah. Marlins just 17th versus righties, 5th most strikeouts versus righties. So Wheeler's in a really good spot today.
Yeah.
There's just a lot, I guess, of great
There's
pitchers in the slate.
There's a ton of really good pitchers today. Like, you don't need to get stuck into the high-owned guys today. 40% on this, 40% owned on this slate with all these pitchers may be a little high.
Yeah. Braves righty, another good pitcher here, Charlie Morton. He's at the Red Sox today and just 2% owned on DraftKings and FanDuel. He's got a 4.09 ERA, 2.28 opponent average, and last game held the Phillies scoreless through 6 2/3, 8 strikeouts for him in that one. When you look at this Boston team, they've kind of fallen apart,
Team's in complete shambles. I mean, even their pitchers are falling off bikes. But it's we're just trying to pick on.
It's so metaphorical for their season. The Red Sox just sad story, but we're gonna pick on them for daily fantasy purposes.
Yeah, and I mean we have been now for a week or two,
for sure,
and we're gonna just keep going back. They aren't a good team. They're struggling big time. Morton also has some big time upside at these ownerships. I think you have to go there a little bit. He's also kind of cheap for at least him, who he is, and the upside he does have. He hasn't been great lately, and he is worse on the road. So there are some kind of troubling points there. But with all this upside, with the low ownership, the good matchup, I think it's a really good spot for him.
Yeah, the Red Sox have the 3rd highest strikeout rate since the All-Star break. So he's in a good spot.
26 combined K rate is what we have on him. So he's in a really good spot. He is on the road, which he's not as good on the road, but for the salary value, if you will. It's a new word we got. I really like his spot.
All right. So let's look at our pitchers for today in daily fantasy. Hope we helped you find some good value there. Let's take a look at our stack report and take a look at the high-owned stacks for today. Now, the field is headed to Coors Field. No surprise there. And we've got the Cardinals at Coors, which means we're going to see some fireworks at Coors Field today, man. They're going up against Rockies righty Feltner, who's got a 5.75 ERA, giving up nearly 300 opponent average. Hasn't lasted past 4 innings in the last 4 games. Rockies bullpen, 2nd highest ERA. So, man, could be a good day for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going to make this one really easy.
Okay.
Bad pitcher plus Coors plus good offense
equals
fantasy points. You hard to get away from them in the spots. The only reason I would really get away from them is to get away from the ownership.
Exactly.
So if you try and get different, then taking them out immediately is going to be able to get you different, and you'll be able to play whoever you want.
You'll be different, all right.
Yep.
Braves going up against Boston lefty. Now, this is Tyler's favorite name in Major League Baseball, probably. Possibly. Chad Kuhl's up there, right?
Well, they're different.
Yes.
They're different. Chad Kuhl, I just want to make fun of for his name, is the most Chad name.
Boston
baseball,
lefty Rich Hill has a 4.52 ERA, 2.59.
Excuse me, what was his name?
Rich Hill. Richie Rich.
You mean Dick Mountain?
That is his nickname.
Yeah.
Had a rough last few outings and hasn't gone too deep in the games. So, Braves bats, man.
The Dick Mountain has had a rough season.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Remember that stretch at the beginning when he was actually like kind of dealing, and he's just not.
He's just getting up there in age. He still has it some games, but he just has lost all consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to get better for him tonight. Versus Atlanta, 5.2 ERA over his last 5 starts. We have poor StatCast data, hitter-friendly park, warm weather. There's a lot of things going right for good
Braves.
old Dick Mountain, or for the Braves today. Mm-hmm. Going wrong for Dick Mountain.
All right. So those are the high-owned plays for today in fantasy. Let's get to our low-owned.
Low-owned's hurt me today.
Low-owned's hurting? Okay.
Both of them hurt.
Let's talk about the Dodgers.
Yep.
Going up against Twins righty Joe Ryan. They're in a good spot. 3.67 ERA, 2.15 opponent average. Now, not, terrible numbers by any means, but Dodgers bats.
Joe Ryan is really good. He's a young, talented pitcher, but he's having a little bit of a rough spot right now, allowing 53% fly balls, ton of barreled balls. The Dodgers are really hot. 4.7 implied total. It is warm for Dodger Stadium. You can absolutely hit home runs there as well. So you got to like the spot they're in and some leverage. I mean, you don't often get this offense at such low ownerships.
Yeah.
And it's just because the Cardinals are so high owned.
Right. All right. Well, the Mets, another good play. They're going up against the Reds lefty Mike Minor. 6.19 ERA for Minor. 2.79 opponent average. And I wanted to go here for my home run call with Pete Alonso because he's in a great spot today. Although I picked him yesterday and he
didn't do it. Didn't do it. In fact, 0 for he was
4.
my prop.
So, I know. It was like a rare game that he doesn't. I think that was the first time Pete Alonso did not deliver for me in either fantasy or props.
You know what happened? Jordan didn't deliver for me last week, which he had hit every single time.
Yeah, it happens.
Can't have a entire season-long streak with one player.
All right. So looking at his matchup for today, I was looking at it because Mike Minor, listen to this, gives up a 2.54 home run per 9 rate, which is 5th highest among all pitchers, minimum 30 innings pitched. In that bullpen, as I mentioned yesterday when they faced him, they have the highest home run per 9 rate in baseball.
Yeah, as you stated, Minor's not great, mid-5s FIP, and he's allowing 56% fly balls. You add that in with, the warm temperatures in New York. He also lets a lot of barrel balls happen, 29% hard contact. So you add all of that in, and it starts to look really good for the Mets. The other thing is their implied total really isn't that much different than, say, Cardinals. So they could be a really good pivot with way less ownership.
All right. Great plays there in fantasy for today. And we love playing these Mondo slates, man. Lots of options for us to choose from. And remember that ownership, a crucial component of how you're, making your lineup for the day, and that's at linestarapp.com, which also has your daily fantasy optimizer and all the tools that you need to dominate in fantasy. So be sure to check out linestarapp.com. Now, let's use the LineStar app to find our sleeper plays of the day. So our sleeper pick today on DraftKings is going to be Corey Dickerson, another Cardinals bat. We're going to Coors for our value here. Yeah. And he is $2,000. So nice price there. We like that. Pulling up his player's card. And we can see he's got a 3-star alert, batting second. That's projected lineup. We're not sure about that, though.
Yeah, he's probably batting a little later in the order, but make sure that he does play it because he has not been playing very often.
Okay. So you can see Feltner, who's the pitcher there, 261 against the lefty bats, giving up 2.4 fantasy points per plate appearance. And then we've got Coors Field, which is warm temperatures today. And actually, Dickerson, 12.14 fantasy points per game in 7 away games. So pretty good on the road. So a nice play there at $2,000 on DraftKings. Now, let's take a look at our FanDuel sleeper pick of the day. And it's going to be Nelson Velasquez for the Cubs, going up against Paulo Espino for the Nationals. Pulling up his player card. He's $2,200 on FanDuel. And just a 2-star alert here, but Espino is who we're targeting here. He's 232nd against righty bats, giving up 2.75 fantasy points per plate appearance. So it's not necessarily that we are going with Velasquez as much as we are just kind of piling on to Paulo Espino in this one.
Yeah,
right?
Velasquez did have a huge game last night, too.
Let's check out. Oh. Yeah, his fantasy point, 25 fantasy points. Not too shabby. Those are your sleeper picks for today. Be sure to check out LineStarApp.com for all of the analytics, statistics, projections that you need to know to dominate your fantasy, daily fantasy for the day, and prop picks as well. We also have a prop picks section, so be sure to check that out. LineStar app, get your subscription now, just $19.99 per month, and that goes up for football season, so make sure to lock that in right now. And save yourself $10 a month. Now it's time for our home run calls of the day. Where are we headed, Tyler?
I am going to solely rely on LineStar to get me out of this home run drought that I've been in. And I am going with Nolan Arenado. He is today's highest rated hitter on our daily matchup tool. And I'm taking Nolan to Dingerville.
Yeah, Arenado is a great play for today. I'm going to Vladdy Guerrero today. I think he's hitting a bomb today. He's on a 19-game hitting streak. I think he makes it 20 today. He's been batting .355 in the month of August, just absolutely on fire. .613 slugging this month. And he's going up against the righty Kyle Bradish, who's got a 1.92 home run per 9 rate, which is 22nd highest. He also does much worse against righty bats, giving up over a 600 slugging percentage. So, yeah, Vladdy Daddy for today. I think he's hitting a bomb. Now, let's get to our prop bets of the day. And remember, you can play along with our prop bets as well. All you have to do is, if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure that you are subscribed to our channel, like our video, and comment below, and you're automatically entered into our contest for a chance to win $60. If both Tyler and I hit our props, then one lucky commenter will win that $60. So be sure to comment below. And if you haven't already, our props are available on the Underdog Sports app. So make sure you have the Underdog Sports app so you can also tail our bets there. And you can get that link below. New users who deposit at least $10 can get up to $100 match. It's a great deal there. So check it out. Use promo code LineStar. All right, prop bets for today. Tyler, where are you headed today?
I am going with a lone stack of mine. The pitcher against them. We're going with Joe Ryan under 15.5 outs. Joe's averaged 84.7 pitches over his last 20 starts, but only 81.8 over the last 5. Over that time, he has only gone over 15.5 outs once. And that was all against much worse offenses than the Dodgers. You add the Dodgers into the equation, and I think there's no way he's going over 15.5.
All right. I am going to Nolan Arenado. You have him as your home run call for today.
Sure do.
I think he's in for a big game today. I think he's going over 1.5 bases. Again, available on Underdog Sports app. It is -115 in the sports books. Now, Arenado's absolutely on fire, batting .476 in the month of August. He's hit this mark in 6 of the last 8 games. He's back at his old stomping grounds. If anyone is familiar with Coors Field, it's Arenado who played there. 907 OPS versus righties this season. And Rockies righty Ryan Feltner has a 5.75 ERA, giving up nearly 300 opponent average. He hasn't lasted past really 4 innings in the last 4 games. And then when you look at the Rockies bullpen, well, they have the second highest ERA. So every single, box is checked for this one. I'm going Nolan Arenado over 1.5 bases. So those are our props for today.
I like it. Let's make some money.
Let's make some money. Make sure, again, enter our contest for a chance to win $60. All you have to do, like, subscribe, and comment below for your chance to win that $60. If we both hit our props, we'll announce the winner tomorrow on the show. So be sure to check that out. All right, that's going to do it for us today on the On Deck podcast. Happy National Book Lovers Day, Taco Tuesday, and Shohei Ohtani Day.
It's a good day.
I
like it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck in your daily fantasy and all your prop bets. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.